Hi everyone, this is Bea from Bea Lettering and I'm really excited because this is my first video as an Archer and Olive ambassador. Today I want to show you one of my favorite journaling projects, the 1 line a day 5-year method, which is a perfect method for beginners because it's totally low pressure, super simple and a wonderful way to start journaling even if you only have a few minutes a day. I actually started mine back in 2023, so I'll be finishing it in 2027, but I'm going to create a new one for a friend, so I thought it would be fun if you join me while I set it up. Okay, let's start with the supplies. I'm using here an A5 Archer and Olive journal with 192 pages. And that number is really important because otherwise you won't be able to fit all 365 days of the year. Well, 366 because you're always going to have at least one leap year. So you need a journal or a notebook with at least 192 pages. You'll also need some brass pens like these calligraphs and some washi tape, stamps, stickers or anything you want to decorate your pages. Everything I'm using here is from September subscription box, and you can find all the links in the blog post, which is also linked here in the description box below. Don't forget that you can get a 10% off at Archer and Olive with my code BEALETTERING. The setup is really simple. Each page is divided into 2 sections. The upper one is for one day and the lower one is for another day. So each day has space for a single line, or maybe 2, over 5 different years. I started mine in January, so the monthly title is at the top, and then January 1st is right below. What I love most about this method is that it grows with you. Every time you write your line for today, you can look back and see what you were doing on this same date in the past. Little things that you might have forgotten, like when you adopted your cats or started a new project. There are things that you are probably not going to forget, like birthdays, but some of the things, for instance here, it's the day when I found out I was pregnant. So a couple of days ago when I was writing this line, I was like, oh, 2 years ago, on this same day, I found out I was pregnant. And I think that's quite cool. It is also a great reminder of how far you've come, how challenges that once felt huge are now behind you, or how dreams from last year have become real. So let's start setting it up. I'm going to divide the first page in 2. I'm using this template because it's the one that I have right now. You just have to count 19 boxes, but it's easier if you have a tool like this one or like another one that I hope to be able to show you in future videos because right now it's flying to Spain. And once you found the middle, you just draw a line or stick some washi tape or draw a divider. And in the upper part, I'm going to write the name of the month, January, and the lower part is for January 1st. I'm going to write the different years just for reference, and I usually leave 3 lines for each year. I normally just use 2, but then there's a blank line to divide years, so it's easier to read later. I'm just going to continue setting it up and decorating a little bit with the pens and washi tape. And the theme of this September box was Wondrous Skies, but I'm trying to make each month quite different from each other. So each month follows its own theme, so to say. Don't forget February 29th. It's also perfect for beginners or busy creatives because you don't have to decorate this a lot or plan it in advance. I'm going to set up a few months in advance so you see how it works, but you can totally do it one day at a time. It's supposed to be low pressure, so don't worry if your pages are not decorated at all. You can always add stickers or washi tape or stamps, but it's also totally fine if you just write the number of the day, the number of the year, and the line. And if you are thinking right now that this is too complicated to set up, I'm going to make it easier for you because I've prepared some free printable templates that you can download from the Archer and Olive blog. So for instance, the first page has January on top and then January 1st at the bottom. And then for page 100, we have 8 and 9 of July. If you do it right, you should have one spare page at the end that I call year in a line, because here I'm going to write one line that describes the whole year. And the second one has the months of the year in 3 different lettering styles, so you can trace over and practice. So that was the One Line a Day 5-year journal. I hope this video inspires you to create your own journal or maybe give one to somebody special. If you decide to give it a go, please tag us at Archer and Olive and Bea Lettering because we'd love to see your pages. Thank you so much for watching and see you soon with more creative ideas.